Welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Mike, and this is going to be another playthrough of AshesReborn RedRains, Flood of Moon Cove, except this time with a new aspect against Fiona Mercy Wind. Alrighty, like I said, today we'll be playing as Fiona Mercy Wind. She has 15 hit points, a battlefield of 6, a spell board of 5, and her little special ability is Ingenuity. As a side action, we can exhaust this, discard a card, and then we either draw one card or remove one exhaustion token from a ready spell we currently control. It's pretty nifty in that aspect. And then we will be playing against, as I said, the Flood of Moon Cove. We've seen this guy the last episode. 35 hit points, start at 4, and as always, the ultimate of 3. Standard 1. Again, still like that art. And we will be playing against the Abyss aspect today. A little bit different than the last one. This one, so far, tries to drown you more, kind of. I don't know. In some ways, I think the last aspect was a little harder to deal with. At least it seems that way. And we'll see how it goes today. Yeah, I've played this a couple times. Practice game. To have the new Phoenixborn and the new aspect deck. Want to make sure not stumbling in too blind to provide the best coverage for you guys and to not look silly. And then our first 5 is going to be Exhortation. Choose 2 units you control. For each unit, add the other unit's current attack value to its attack value for the remainder of the turn. So 2 units make themselves stronger. The Essence Druid, she's pretty strong. When she comes into play, I pull out a ready spell out of my discard pile and put it in my hand. And then while she's not exhausted, her Tame 2 ability makes whoever she's in battle with have an attack power of 2 less. And then we have 3 summons. Majestic Titan, the Fog Owl, and the Metamorpher. 2 of the 3 have focus abilities attached to them as well. They're pretty cool. And let's go ahead and get our dice rolled and get started here. Speaking of dice, I should probably show you what we're using today, as always. The one is the Sympathy dice. We've used that in the last couple playthroughs. The horse will let us draw a card, and you may choose one card in your hand and place it on top or bottom of your draw pile. I won't be using that effect too much, at least I haven't so far. And then the Charm Magic. Use a snake and place this die on a target unit an opponent controls without a charm die on it. And while this die is on that unit, its attack value is reduced by 1. Place this die in your exhausted pool at the end of the round. Again, not terribly too convincing, but it'll work. And I'm sure the people who play this more regularly than I do, who've got 1,000 games under their belt already, probably have a better use for that than I can come up with. And then now that everything's shuffled and laid out and rolled, we will get started. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is summon the Metamorpher. It's a main action, doesn't cost us anything, and then when it's out there, we can exhaust it as a main action with the basic die and place a Metamorpher Conjuration on our battlefield. If we have 2 of these cards, we can focus 1, draw a card, and focus 2. Then you may discard 1 card from your hand to search your discard pile for a spell and place it on the bottom of your draw pile. It's not too shabby. We'll get that on our board. And then as a side action, we're not going to do anything quite yet, I don't think. And we'll see how it goes. They're going to roll. You get a red rain and a 5. I'm not sure if I've had a game on stream or on video yet where they didn't roll a red rain to start. We're going to reveal and attack with a revealed aspect if possible. We get a drag below. And the drag below says, at the start of the Chimera's turn, remove one status token from this unit to attach a drowning conjured alteration spell to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. So they're already trying to drown us. We can attack if able. We can attack. So we'll get the 2 status on it. Exhaust it for the attack. We'll take 2 on their Phoenixborn already. And they're off to a good start. Alright. We are going to exhaust our Metamorpher. We're going to spend a basic die. And we'll bring the Metamorpher onto the battlefield. And I will show you this card. And it says, and he's cute, that's right, little conjuration. At the start of your turn, you may discard this unit. And if you do, place a Sun Scarab or a Moon Moth conjuration onto your battlefield. He has 1 health. As a side action, we're not going to do anything. And then it'll be their turn. They're going to roll. Basic and a 9. They're going to re-roll 2 basic rage dice. One's a Red Rain. Already forgot the status token removal. We'll take a drowning. We'll put it on Fiona. We're going to get through it just fine, I hope. And then we have to reveal. This is called Capsize. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, lower all dice in that target opponent's active pool 1 level. That one's pretty deadly. I have to say I do really enjoy this Chimera so far. I like the aspects a lot. I think it's very thematic. I think they really stepped it up with the spawn of Shadowrack, and I think this one steps it up again. I'm really enjoying these. Can't wait to see the Dragonborn. And what are we going to do now? At the beginning of our turn, we're going to get rid of the Metamorpher. And we're going to take a Sun Scarab. And the Sun Scarab says, Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against. He has 2 attack and 1 life. He's pretty cool. And then for our side action, we're going to get rid of this drowning. We don't want those building up. We will lower, I guess we will lower a musical note. And then we will I think we'll put the Summon Majestic Titan onto the board. Main action, pay a basic die. And then later we can pay a heart, a musical note, and a basic to place a Majestic Titan conjuration onto our field. Pretty basic spell. So we'll get that out here. Pay a basic. Side action. We were actually going to not do anything, I don't think. And that's where we'll stop. They're going to pull this off of there. They're going to drown us again. At least we remembered at the beginning of the turn this time. They're going to roll. It's a 4 and a basic. As the 4, they're going to attack if able. That is bad. So they're going to attack us with Capsize against the Sun Scarab. Sun Scarab's going to do 2 damage to it. They're going to do 3 damage to us and take it out. And then it says, after it destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, we lower all of our dice. Oof. By 1 step. Brutal. I haven't had that go off in all of my practice plays. And look at that. We're all done. We're down to all basic. That is terrible. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, I guess we have to start ditching cards. We are going to ditch this Majestic Titan card. And raise up this one to a horse. We are going to discard off the top of the deck. We're going to turn this one into a snake. And then we're going to play our Essence Druid, 4 horse, for the snake, and a basic. She cost a horse, a heart, which we didn't have, so we paid a snake and a basic. And when this unit comes into play, you may search your discard pile for a ready spell and place it into your hand, which we will do. We'll get our Majestic Titan card back. And then there's that Tame 2 ability, where she makes everybody hit her less when she's in combat. We'll get that out there. And that will be our turn. And then they will go. They get another Red Rain and an 8. They re-roll 2 basic Rage dice and then reveal. That worked out for us. It's another capsize. Alright. So, we will put a Fog Owl card down. Hopefully I can get all these showed to you pretty quickly. It's just a basic main action to put it on the board. And then a heart and a basic to put a Mind Fog Owl Conjuration onto our battlefield. And it has a Focus 1 ability where if we spend a snake, we can resolve the snake ability, or an exhausted snake ability, without paying its cost. So that's cool. We'll get that on the board. And as a side action, we're not going to do anything too major. We will meditate. We'll get rid of this. We'll turn this to a horse. And then we'll go to their turn. RedRains and a 9. They're going to re-roll 2 basic Rage dice. There's 1. That'll give them a Red Rain token. I have the worst luck with these die rolls on camera. And 1 more. And that's another Red Rain. Okay. And then we reveal. This card is the Deep End. Yeah, this is not going well. The Deep End card says, while the opposing player has a depth level of 3 or greater, they cannot target this unit with attacks, spells, abilities, or dice powers. It has 5 attack, 3 life, and 2 blood. That thing hits like a truck. Okay. What are we going to do now? We will summon a Fog Owl. Or we won't. First, we'll use a side action to meditate again, unfortunately. That's a Majestic Titan card. We're going to turn this to a snake that we're going to need. Then, we will spend it with a basic to bring out that Fog Owl. I will show you this one. And this unit cannot be blocked unless all attacking units without the unseen ability have been blocked. So that's pretty cool. It has 2 attack and 2 life. We'll get it on the board. And that'll be our turn. They're going to capsize. They're going to attack our Mind Fog Owl. We will retaliate for 2. It goes away. And it does the same thing. It'll turn everything down 1 level. Oof. That didn't work out how I had planned it, obviously. And it comes back to us. So, we are going to need to do something cool here. This is not going well. We are going to Put that Summon Majestic Titan card back on the field for a basic. As a side action, we will lower this to a basic to get rid of that. And they will go. The deep end will attack our leftmost unit, which is our Essence Druid, for 5, doing 3 damage to her. We will then do nothing. I don't think. It comes back to us. We will exhaust this. We will discard this card. We will unexhaust our Metamorpher. And then as our main action, we will exhaust it. 4 basic die to bring our Metamorpher back out. They go to them, back to us. We will go back to a Sun Scarab at the beginning of our turn. And then we'll have a Sun Scarab attack this drag below. They can't block. It goes away. We finally do a damage to it. As a side action, we will do nothing. It will go to them, come back to us. We will exhaust our Essence Druid. She will attack for 2. We're going to have her attack the Capsize. Doesn't matter which one. They don't block. Capsize goes away. That's 2 blood. But now we're at the end. We will do anything else. There's nothing else we can do. So we're going to recover. She will recover for 2. We will unexhaust everything. Yeah, that round did not go at all how I had planned or had played any of the other rounds off camera. Okay. So we unexhaust those. We can exhaust this die. We'll add 2 RedRain tokens for the existing aspects. That'll make the ultimate go off already. Remove the RedRain tokens as always. Destroy the leftmost unit. Remove our cards from their side. We don't have any. Destroy our leftmost unit. Attach 2 Drowning Conjured Alteration spells to us. And remove this and the behavior card from the game. So those will go away. And then we will replenish aspects 1 and 2. We will flip this around and we'll start a new round. Well, can't go much worse than that, I suppose. Alrighty, let's get our dice rolled up. And don't worry, we're going to get this, I think. That one's not a terrible die roll, I don't think. Alright. Get these one rolled up. Okay. We need new cards. We need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our 5 cards we got are Confusion Spores, Return to Soil. This will let us plink that guy over there. Seeds of Aggression. That lets us make people fight each other. Another Summon Metamorpher, and another Return to Soil. So nothing amazing, but it will do. And then they will start this round. So they are going to roll. They get a red shard. And a 12, of course. And we will place a RedRain token and then reveal. Wow. Okay. It's a Whirlpool aspect. It gets a status card of 3. This one says at the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit. Then, if that was the last status token on the unit, place 1 exhaustion token on each unexhausted unit the opposing player controls. Well, We don't currently have a ton of exhaustion or a ton of units, so I guess it's not as bad as it could be. All right. We are going to use our Sun Scarab. I think we're going to attack. And we're going to attack this capsize and take it out because it can't block. And it will go away. That'll be 2 blood. We'll slide these down. 1, 2, down to 30. We will get rid of one of these by taking this down to a basic. And that'll be our turn. And then they will go and hopefully not roll any more 12s. We got a 3. First we need to tick this down. It's a timer, but still. And then a 3. Attack if able. The deep end can attack. It will attack our Sun Scarab. It will take it out. We're not even going to try to block that. And then it comes back to us. All right. So we will exhaust our Metamorpher card. We'll bring our little guy back out. We'll spend a basic. And that will be that. Side action. We'll get rid of this one. We will tick down this heart to do it. And then will be their turn. They're going to roll another RedRains shard. They're getting a lot of those this game. Deal 1 damage to the opponents. Ooh. Well, they just took out our Metamorpher. And then reveal. Gotta take that down. They get another Whirlpool. Okay. Well, that could have gone much, much better. We will play this Summon Metamorpher card. Right there. As our main action. And then as a side action. I don't think we're going to do anything just yet. And then on their turn, this will tick down. Both of those will tick down. This one will fire off. We will put a exhaustion token on all of our units. We don't have any. And then that Whirlpool will attack for 2. Takes her down to 11. And that will be that. Okay. Back to our turn. We are going to summon the Metamorpher thing again for a basic. This time we get to draw a card because of the focus. We get Summon Mind Fog Owl. Speaking of summon the Mind Fog Owl, we're going to summon one for a heart and a basic. We'll get him out onto the field. If I can find him. Okay, I'll just pick it up and look. Mind Fog Owl. There we go. And then as a side action, I don't think we're going to do much. It will go to their turn. That will exhaust this token. He's going to attack our Phoenixborn. Takes us down to 9. He is now exhausted. We will then attack with our Mind Fog Owl. He's going to roll the block. He does, of course. That takes him down to 28. No side action for us. This will tick off. He's already exhausted. Doesn't hurt us. Then as our main action, we will spend Seeds of Aggression as an action spell. It says spend a snake or a horse, so we'll spend the snake. And choose a target unit you control and a target unit an opponent controls, and those units deal damage to each other equal to their attack value. So attack value of 2, attack value of 2, and they will both go away. That's 1 blood. He's down to 27. This is now exhausted. And as a side action, we will Meditate. We'll discard this one. Turn this into a snake. There go our go. We're going to summon the Majestic Titan for 1 heart, 1 musical note, and 1 basic. We'll get the big boy out. See how this goes for us. I'll show you guys how his card works. This one can be discarded. Majestic Titan Conjuration. He's gigantic. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with a life value of 1 or less. And he has a renew ability that doesn't go away when he's exhausted. And for 1 basic die and a main action, you can discard a copy of our Summoned Majestic Titan from our spell board to remove all exhaustion tokens and discard all alteration spells from this unit. So it basically refreshes them. That's pretty cool. So we'll get him on the board as our main action. As a side action, we will do no things. They will go, comes back to us. We're going to exhaust him. He got 3 attack. We're going to attack this deep end. We're going to take it out for 2 blood because it can't retaliate. First, we have to roll. Okay. That's a 10, so I guess he doesn't go away. But we do 3 damage to the Chimera. Okay. Alright. Now, we will do... It'll go back to them. You know, yes, back to us. For our side action this turn, we're going to exhaust this. We're going to discard this Return to Soil. And we're going to remove this exhaustion token from the Metamorpher, actually. And then as our main action, we'll spend 1 basic die to remove this entire card. To refresh him. It will go to them. Back to us. We're going to attack that deep end again. See if he blocks again. He does not. Now the deep end goes away. That'll be 2. Down to 22. 1, 2. Goes to them. Back to us. We're going to exhaust this Metamorpher. We get to draw a card because it's focused. We get another Metamorpher. And then we'll get him on the field. It'll be their turn, our turn. We're actually going to put that card down on our next turn. Swap this out for a Sun Scarab. Their turn, our turn. We'll have him attack for 2. They're down to 20. And if I'm going too fast, I apologize. And I think that's going to be the round. So we'll do a restoration phase. There's nothing to restore. We'll remove all these exhaustion units. And then exhaust dice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and exhaust it. Place a RedRain token because there's one out there. Refill the aspects. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll turn this around because there's no... Oh, we do refill this with new status tokens. And that will be that round. That one went a little slightly better in our favor, I think. I think we're set up pretty good now. We'll see how it goes. What do you guys think? Start placing your bets now. Alrighty, and at the beginning of the round, we will roll these dice. We have 3 hearts and 2 basic. And then we have these dice here. And again, guys, if you got any comments or suggestions, or have you been playing this game, how's it worked out for you, don't forget to put that stuff in the comments down there. Love that stuff. And then we'll draw 2 cards. Did you finally end up backing the new Kickstarter? We got 2 new cards, new ideas, or both of them, where you choose 1 card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your draw pile to draw 3 cards. It's not terrible. And we might actually end up doing that because I want some more of those ally cards that we had at the beginning. Where is she? The Essence Druid. Can't wait to get more of those out. It's going to start on our turn. We are going to... I think the first thing we're going to do is use the Sun Scarab to take this guy out. We will. And he should have just took him out before I forget, because he can't be guarded against. Oh well. New round. There we go. 1 blood. We're starting off right. 19. As a side action, we're actually going to wait on that. And then it will be their turn. And hopefully I get some of this right this time. There's a red rain token. That's very bad. There's an 8, deal 1 damage to the leftmost unit. And then reveal. Drag below. This is the one we saw at the beginning. It will get 2 status tokens. And then we'll start dropping those drowning conjuration spells on us. Very bad for us. We will have to do something about that. We are going to summon our little guy, the Metamorpher, because he's our little buddy. We're going to get him on the screen, here, or on the map here for 1 basic. And then as a side action, we'll actually do new ideas. As a main action or a side action, you can play this card. If you spend 1 music, which we will, choose 1 card in your hand and place it on the bottom of your draw pile. If you do, draw 3 cards. We'll do the other new idea card. We'll slide it on the bottom. We'll draw 3. 1, a Majestic Titan. There's our Essence Druid that we were digging for. Return to soil. So that'll work. This now gets discarded. This is now spent. And that will be our turn. They're going to roll them up. First of all, they're going to discard a status token and give us a drowning. And hopefully that is... Oh, there it is. Red Rain token. This one. Remove the Red Rain tokens and discard all cards on their side of the battlefield that they don't own, which is always deal 2 damage to all units that Chimera's opponent controls. Wow, so he goes down to 1 hit point. He has 3 damage on him. It takes these 2 out completely. And then attach 2 drowning to us. And then remove this and the behavior card from the game. That was terrible. Let's get our 2 drowning on us. 1 and 2. We got 3 drownings on us now. Let's see if I can get them up there. Okay. And then, oof, that's a 5. Reveal and attack with the revealed aspect. That's going to be the deep end, attacking our leftmost unit for 5. I don't think we're going to block that. So they're going to take out the Majestic Titan. The Titan's going to hit him back for 3. So we'll just put this over there. Which will take out the deep end. Okay, that's 2 blood. Majestic Titan's gone. They're down to 17. That was a pretty nasty turn overall. Oh man. We need to do something for sure. So, first thing we're going to do as a side action is ditch one of these drownings. We are going to turn this heart down. Then, there's nothing we can do about the drag below. That's unfortunate. It's gonna drown us some more. We're gonna bring in the Essence Druid, but not first. I don't think. We'll bring in our little Metamorpher back. We'll spend a basic. We got plenty of those, so we'll spend it. Get them on the field. And then it'll be their turn. Status. Drown. And we're back up to 3. They're going to roll. Hopefully they don't kill him again. It's a 1. Attack if able. They are able. So he's going to attack for 2 against our Metamorpher. We're going to have Fiona block it. She will soak that 2 damage. She's down to 7. She has 3 drowning, so not as close as we were in the last game, but here we are. And it comes back to our turn. At the beginning of our turn, we're going to get rid of the Metamorpher for a Scarab. We don't have to worry about killing him right this very second because, well, he's already done his thing. As a side action, we'll get rid of a Drowning. We will tick down this heart to a basic. And we don't even have what we need now for our Essence Druid. So, we're going to meditate. We're going to ditch this Return to Soil out of our hand. And we're going to turn this one to a horse. And then we are going to ditch Confusion Spores. We're going to turn this one to a snake. And then as our main action, we're going to summon the Essence Druid. Now we'll do one more meditate. We're going to toss the summon Majestic Titan. We'll turn this one to a snake. And then for our main action, we'll play the Essence Druid. We will spend 1 horse, 1 snake as a heart, and basic. Then when she comes in, we will put this Titan thing back in our hand. And that will be our turn, and they will roll. Alrighty, and they will roll. Sorry if you heard my neighbor start up the lawnmower. They're getting some yard work over there done, and, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Alright, let's go ahead and get them rolled up. That's a shard and a 12. That's the second 12 of this game. We'll place a RedRains token and reveal. It's going to be an Undertow. I don't think you guys have seen this one yet. When this unit comes into play, which is now, attach a Drowning Conjured Alteration spell to the opposing target's Phoenix Born. Then re-roll that many Rage dice, or that many dice based on how many drownings we have. Yeah, it's bad. So we will attach 1. And then we will re-roll 3 of those Rage dice. That's 2 shards. Out of those 3, of course. How else would that go? And then it comes back to us. And then for our main action, I'm going to use the Sun Scarab to take out that Undertow to end their round. That's 1 blood. And as a side action, we're going to lower this die to a basic to get rid of a Drowning. And it will be their turn, and back to our turn. We will then summon a Metamorpher, I think. Sounds like a plan to me. And then as a side action, we'll lower this to a heart. Their turn, our turn. At the beginning of our turn, we'll get rid of the Metamorpher. We're going to bring in another Sun Scarab. And then as our main action, have that Sun Scarab take out the drag below. That's 1 blood. They're down to 15. Side action, get rid of this last one. This will go down to a basic. Their turn, our turn. Have our Essence Druid attack for 2. They're down to 13. And I think that's going to be the round. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. We will instead, when it comes back to us, exhaust that. Toss the Fog Owl card to get rid of one of these exhaustion tokens off the Metamorpher summon. And then we will Metamorpher summon. And since it's focus 2, we may discard a card from your hand. Search your discard pile for a spell. We won't be doing that. But we will get our Metamorphosis bug, the Metamorpher. Their turn, our turn. We'll change that out. And you haven't seen this one. This is kind of why I'm making sure we do it. We'll bring out a Moon Moth. And the Moon Moth has unit guard. This unit may guard a unit that is being attacked. Has 1 attack and 2 life. So we're going to go ahead and attack it with it this round to do 1 more damage to the Chimera. And then we'll go to end of the round stuff. We will do recovery. There's no recovery. We will unexhaust everything. We're going to exhaust dice. We'll get rid of this basic, and this basic. Okay. We will add RedRains. There are none. We will replenish the aspects. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're down to 12 hit points. So that's good. We will refill the status tokens. There are none. This will turn around. And that will be the end of the round. I think we got it this time. We've said this before. At the beginning of the round, we'll roll our dice up. 3 hearts and a basic for that one. We got a horse and 4 musical notes. That's good. We will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll see what kind of badness happens. We got new ideas again, Fog Owl again, and Confusion Spores again. So I probably won't be using a whole lot of those. And they will lead off. They're going to roll. They got, look, a RedRains shard and an 11. Attach a Drowning Conjured Alteration spell to the Phoenixborn and then reveal. We just got rid of those. They're going to flip it over. It's a From the Depths. I like a lot of the art on this new set too. When this unit is declared as an attacker, attach a Drowning Conjured Alteration spell to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. Then deal X damage to the opposing player's target leftmost unit. And X is the depth level. So that's not good. We'll get that on the board for him. And then we get to go. We are actually going to use this Sun Scarab. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7 damage is what we can do now. They have 12 hit points. So we're not going to take them out. But we can start thinking about taking them out. I want to attack with the Sun Scarab. We're going to put 2 damage on this guy. He will attack back, though. So we don't want to do that. I will rewind. We'll exhaust this instead. We'll spend a heart and a basic to get out of Fog Owl. If I can find one. There we go. And then, as a side action, we'll lower die. We're going to get rid of that thing. And it's going to be their turn. No 12, no RedRain token. We got an 11 and a basic, so it was pretty close. We're going to attach another Drowning to our Phoenixborn. And then we're going to reveal. It's going to be Capsize again. After this one destroys a unit, we'll start adding Drowning stuff to us. Or no, we'll lower all dice in our pool. That's terrible. Don't want that to happen. What kind of fancy can we come up with? We don't have the card that I want in hand. So, instead, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We need 3 more. We can do that if we had this card on the board. So we're going to put our Summon Titan card out. We'll spend a basic to get it on the board. We will lower a die to that will do a basic to get rid of this. And it will be their turn. Well, there's a RedRain shard. That will be their second RedRain token. And that is the 12. Which means we get another RedRain token. That's their third 12 this game. Their ultimate will go off one more time. And this level says, Remove the RedRains tokens from the Chimera and discard all cards on theirs they do not own and deal 1 damage to each Phoenix-born. So that's us. We will lose 1 hit point. Add a face-down aspect card to each of the Chimera's battlefields. So he's going to get another face-down aspect. If it is currently a recovery phase, we do it after replenishing. So that will stay out there, and then we will reveal because it's a 12. It's another Whirlpool. That gets 3 status tokens on it. And when those are gone, we start exhausting units. This is getting out of hand really quick. So we are going to new ideas as a side action. That lets us spend a musical note to put on the bottom of our deck and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Those are terrible, but we did get another Essence Druid. And then we will exhaust our Majestic Titan. We'll spend 1 heart, 1 musical note, and 1 basic to get the big boy back out. We have a battlefield of 6. We now have 6 creatures on it. Let's see if I can maneuver this around here. And we will see what they do on their turn. This will tick down 1. They will roll. This is spent. They get another shard and a 10. And attach a Drowning Conjured alteration spell to us and reveal. This will flip over. It's an Undertow. When this unit comes into play, attach one of these to us. And then re-roll Rage Dice based on how many we have. We have 2. That's a shard again. They're just on a roll with that. Alright. Now, this is where it gets interesting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12. They have 12 hit points. They don't have any blockers. We're declaring everybody as an attacker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 12 hit points to the Chimera. And we take them out. I was starting to get a little nervous there. We still had 6 hit points. They were about to start doing some bad stuff to us. Thankfully, they got no attacks to weaken us up or anything like that. So that was helpful. I want to thank everybody for hanging out today as always. How did you like this aspect? How did you like Fiona? Let me know that in the comments. Let me know what you want to see in the future. If you want to see more Ashes stuff. Have you seen enough Ashes stuff already? I've seen comments about how we're an Ashes channel now. I'm going to try to get some other games I really enjoy on the channel as well here pretty soon. And again, thanks everybody. You have a great day.